Let's still remain with this matter, and Adib Saani is a security analyst and he speaks to us on this issue. Good afternoon, Adib. So what security measures should journalists take, especially those involved in investigative journalism?
Thank you very much. Not just journalists, but with whatever work you do, you wouldn't know what toes you would step on. But it's especially more precarious for journalists, obviously because of your work and the fact that you might touch some few buttons here and there. But I've always been of the opinion that in as much as we do care and are very much concerned about police giving us the security, let us not forget about the fact that they cannot be everywhere all the time. And so it is very important that we as journalists, because I'm speaking as a journalist myself, as a member of the Ghana Journalists Association, we have to take our personal security very seriously. All right. For example, if you're driving, it is important that you exercise the greatest deal of circumspection with regard to your security environment, whether someone is following you or not. Okay. So when you suspect you are being followed, what you do is to drive to the nearest runabout. Just go around the runabout like 2 or 3 times just to confirm whether indeed the person is following you or not. When you are convinced, then you have to, as a matter of priority, rush to the nearest police station. All right, and sometimes our social media habits also puts us in the line of fire. We let people easily draw or generate profiles of us because they know what time we leave for work, what time we come home. They know our children, what school they attend, what time we drop them and pick them up from school. So they know our routes, our daily itinerary. So by developing that itinerary or profile, they can usually use it against us, and it makes us very soft targets. But like I indicated, this is not just for journalists. For a security person like me, obviously I might have stepped on some few toes because I give people some security tips so they will be able to safeguard themselves against armed robbers, etc. So I'm putting armed robbers out of work, obviously. So I'm also very much a target. Whether you sell tomatoes at Makola Market or you are a civil servant, there are toes you do touch, and it's very important that we also, at a very personal level, exercise some degree of diligence.
Let's look at the role of employers and employees at work as well. How are they involved in protecting journalists? Well,
this brings to fore public security juxtaposed with private security. Because of the overstretched nature of the security agencies in Ghana, given the police numbers as 32,000, knowing full well most of these officers are assigned to corporate institutions, ministers, deputy ministers, MMDCs. Obviously, they are not enough. And so some employers take the trouble to go for the services of private security firms. We have a whole lot of them in the country, even though in recent times we've had issues with how regulated they have been, with some of them wearing uniforms that are very synonymous with that of the military and the police. So I think it's important that employers take the security of their staff very seriously. Unfortunately, in Ghana, we seem to be so reactive to security issues rather than being proactive. I have a security firm. We deal with security cameras, alarm system, etc. And it will interest you to know, Portia, that over 80% of our clients are those who have been victims of crime before. So we wait for something to happen before we start running helter-skelter looking for solutions. So it's imperative that employers take security very seriously, and it's also imperative that they are proactive to issues of security rather than waiting for things to get out of control. I was hoping that at least this gentleman's image was splashed on our screens everywhere. I was hoping that at least the state gives him some level of security. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, and I wish to take this opportunity to appeal to Tiger Eye to also give credence to the security of their private investigators, because obviously the kind of job they do puts them in the line of fire.
Thank you very much for your time. And Adib Saani is a security analyst. We're still on the murder of Ahmed Suale. U.S. Congressman Hank Johnson